You know, I see so many people on here with podcasts talking about relationships and giving advice to women on how they should deal with men and vice versa. And I'm talking to black people in general now. You know, I'm not speaking to everybody because black people have actually had the hardest time in this country, and the trauma from a lot of things that we went through has affected our family and relationships with each other. But if this applies to you as well, then so be it. But how many black men that are close to their daughters or that in their daughters' lives are teaching their daughters to not depend on a man? You know, and I ask that question because a lot of black men that take care of their daughters are teaching this. You know, and I say this because my people seem to be the only people that are at war with the roles that they should play in a relationship. You know, I grew up with both parents in the household, and it wasn't a perfect household because my mother and father also had issues amongst themselves, you know, but my father and me were close when I was a child, and I was, you know, brought up very tough, you know, not as far as him being so strict, but, you know, he basically most of the time treated me like a boy. You know, I had to be tough. I was one of those, you know, cute little tomboyish girls. But my dad would also teach me, you know, that I shouldn't depend on a man for anything. You know, get out there and get your own, you know, work hard. And as I got older and I started dealing with men, and I just started seeing how other cultures of women live, you know, and I started to really resent that in a way. You know, I was thankful for, you know, the jewels that he dropped, but what I'm starting to notice is that there are a lot of black men that teach their daughters this same type of thing. And my thing is, if my great grandmother or my grandmother didn't have to work and she depended on her man, where was the error at? What happened to where our fathers had to start teaching us to be tough? And this goes back to why I say my people. You know, the system is to blame for my people as far as how we live and interact with one another. Yes, we are responsible, but there is a trauma that has been, you know, put upon us, so to say. See, I'm one of these women, I try to address the elephant in the room a lot of times, and I'm not good with podcasts. I just usually talk off the top of my head. When spirit hit me or when something comes in my mind, I stop what I'm doing and I do this. But there has been an error. There has been something traumatic that has happened in the black family dynamic to where our fathers had to teach us not to depend on a man as well. This is not something that black women have actually thought about or started saying on their own. And I bear witness to this. You know, again, my father taught me these same words, you know, and it's just sad. See, there are a lot of people on podcasts out here that are starting to tell you how to deal with men or how to deal with women. And it's just a sad thing. It's basically they're trying to tell you how to play the game. You know, I won't call names, but I'm going to sit down and actually start getting things together and just addressing these types of things, because there's no game that need to be played. You shouldn't play at all when a person is being disrespectful or has ill intent towards you, or, you know, just makes you feel a type of way. Stop giving it any attention at all. But again, y'all, the black family dynamic has been altered, and black women aren't to blame for, you know, the way that they are. And black men aren't totally to blame as well. You know, I could point the fingers at them, but they're not totally to blame. We have to come to an agreement to try and fix these things.